there guys, how's it going? Dex here and welcome to this lesson. Today we're going to be talking about broken fills and the stickings that are often associated with them and a little bit of trouble that people get into when you don't kind of plan out your sticking or have a system that works. And when I'm talking about stickings, I'm talking about right hands and left hands. And I've purposefully chosen a little bit of a weird rhythm here to get started with. And it's basically, well, the fill's going to be this. So you got da 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 da. And if you're not thinking about rights and left, people always tend to try and go right hand followed by left hand followed by right hand. So singles, right, left, right, left. But you can see in the notation there's like a right, left, left, right, left, right, left. So you've got two lefts in a row. And I reckon, because a lot of people, because I used to do this, would look at that and go, I'm not going to play right, left, and then another left. Two lefts in a row, that's just a little bit... yeah, horrible. But what we can do is I'm going to show you why it's good to understand exactly why there's two lefts in a row there. And it's basically because if you were to play a group of four, right, left, if you were to take out that second right, you'd get right, left, left. So because there's a gap there, and this is why we call it a broken fill, because we kind of smashed it apart, we're taking notes out of it, it causes that awkward sticking of right, left, left. But we need to not go right, left, right, because the reason being, then it puts us on the left hand for the remainder of the fill, which can really throw off our timing and make it not feel comfortable. So trying to get used to this system of right hands like on the 8th note beats and then the left hands on the off beats. And that's a really important system to try and understand. It's not a rule, it's just a guideline. But so that when you're playing blazing fast fills around the kit, you've got a little bit of a system that you can go to that's not always kind of left has to right, left, right, left. Otherwise you get into this like right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. If you can have more of a right, left, 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 right, left, right, left. That sounds like a lot of lefts. That's going to throw people off. There's lots of left. Lefts are gross. Lefts are disgusting. I hate lefts. But trying to understand, well, the reason those lefts are there is because it's on the off beat rather than on the beat. So 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And if you keep that system, when you go for really fast fills, like... you have that system that kind of keeps, oh, the right hand's always on that beat, the left hand's off that beat, and it just helps your brain kind of have an organized system rather than always having to make the decision, is it a right hand or is it a left hand? Okay, if you train your hands to always have right on the beat, left on off the beat, just guidelines, not a rule, but it kind of just saves your brain a lot of processing power because it's like, well, I've always done it this way, so I'll always do it that way, and it's an effective method. So anyway, big spiel about that. But right, left, left is what we're going to start with. So once you start playing this, you'll feel it a bit more. And then the second half of the fill, right, left, we're just going down the toms just to apply it around the kit a bit more. So right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. So there's a little gap there, and you've got to leave that space. Right, left, left, right, left, right, left. If we put a right hand back in between those lefts, you'd have right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Very simple fill. But by taking that note out, it makes people kind of do this twitchy thing, timing-wise and internally. So by trying to work on some of these broken fills, and again, this isn't an overly complicated one, it just helps you get into this kind of stuff. Anyway, putting it with a groove, we're just going to have 1 and 2 and 3 E, 4 E, and that's going to be the count. 3 E, 4 E, and 1 and 2 and 3 E, 4 E, and then back into a groove, and try and just do one to the other and see how that feels. I'm going to finish with a short solo now. I'm going to incorporate this fill in there. I'm going to go into some kind of more syncopated broken fills where left hand's playing more than the right hand, and as you can imagine, that feels a little bit weird to start with, but it helps you create some much more interesting fills. A lot of people have this kind of fill concept of right, 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 and they kind of put left in between, so right, 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 left, right, left, right, left, right, 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 left, right, left, and it's always the kind of leading hand. But if you have like a right, left, right, left, 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 right, left, right, left, right, left, you get some much more interesting fills, and they don't quite sound so vanilla, so good thing to get into. Anyway, I'll do a bit of a short solo now, just demonstrating a little bit of that stuff, and just show you where you can kind of take this concept. So here we go. And there you have it. So I hope that gives you a few ideas of where you can take this concept, but this is just very much kind of breaking into that right, left, and the left hand's being a little bit more prominent. So just be aware of that in your playing. See if you can use it a little bit more in there. And if you want to get more into this stuff, I've got a whole load of courses and stuff on these kind of topics on Drumdex. But you guys take care. Have a fantastic week, and I shall see you soon.